I grew up watching Willy Wonka, man. So that kind of hit me hard because, I'm a '70s baby. So I remember watching the movie the first time, and I was like, it's some weird shit, but it also was
Entertaining.
very entertaining. But there was some life learning lessons in that movie too. You know what I'm saying, about being humble, about not being prideful, about thinking about other people. Nobody considered that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying. So we lost a great actor. Damn.
And then like growing up with Willy Wonka, you were like you knew how amazing it was, even when you were a kid. But it really took that really bad 2005 remake with Johnny Depp
Oh
for you
man.
to really understand like how good it was. So, but also, even though the remake as a whole was terrible, it does have some good qualities. Let's not mistake it here. The original with Gene Wilder completely and utterly obliterates it on all the important levels. But I think the remake gets a lot of hate that isn't deserved.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna backtrack on something real quick. Have you ever thought about the first Willy Wonka was made in what 1977?
Yeah,
Okay, so the original premise of the movie was this guy's giving out how many golden tickets was it?
five
Five golden tickets, right? So they can get inside the factory. And nobody had ever been in, but
for years.
for years, his candy was the shit. Like everybody would get inside there. But does that not speak about the commercialism of what we got going on right now in 2016?
How so?
Well, think about like how only one poor person got a ticket, and everybody else that got a ticket had some kind of means. How the one girl's father had motherfuckers working day and night
Shilling candy bars.
to get the fucking ticket. You know what I'm saying? But so basically, like it took away the rich, took away the advantage. They took all the advantage that the poor could have had. So it took one kid taking his one last dime to get this one golden ticket. So
And it's like I guess thinking about it from a more humorous perspective, even as a kid, and maybe this speaks negatively on like my mindset as like 5 or 6 year old Crystal. But even when I was younger, I kept thinking I'm amazed that Charlie made it home with his golden
without
ticket
getting
without
fucked
getting
up.
fucked up or robbed or jacked or anything, because he's running through the street waving his golden
With a
ticket
golden
around,
ticket,
knowing
motherfucker.
and everyone on earth knows that this is the last one, and nobody thought to pull a jack move on Charlie. And you know he lived in the hood, his
Yes.
little sunken house.
Man, straight hood. Charlie House was fucked up,
Shit, you
y'all.
had a golden ticket. How about that? You had one.
Nigga, your gold tickets got jacked. You know what I'm saying?
Or sold it. I would have sold that
Why would
shit.
you would have sold the ticket for real?
Yeah.
Why?
Because at that point, he didn't know that the whole thing was a test to get the whole factory. He just thinking, okay, it's what? A 3 hour tour of a chocolate factory, or I can sell this bitch for like £1 million or something and make sure my family is straight. But also, he's a kid. He was 10. He wasn't probably thinking about that.
Charlie trying to get some of that chocolate candy. He was like, fuck all
A
that.
lifetime supply of chocolate, diabetes, and cavities.
But you know what, y'all? Here's something me and Chrissy was talking about, y'all. So, he had no okay. Willy Wonka had workers in the factory called little oompa loompas and shit, right? And so we asked ourselves, like, did Willy Wonka pay these motherfuckers?
I want to say he paid them in chocolate. Um, I actually saw the movie on Thursday, and I want to say he said he paid them like in chocolate, or he let them stay in his factory, because their whole backstory was all the Oompa Loompas lived in this like South American like rainforest or something, and they kept getting eaten by Burmicious canids. And so Willy Wonka was like, "Oh, just work for me in my factory, and you can be safe," which is exploitation. Like when you think about it from like a modern standpoint, how many like civil rights groups would be picking in Wonka factories if they knew he had Oompa Loompas in there in 2016?
I mean, but my thing is, okay, so they were eaten by Venetian Canids or whatever.
Burmicious canids.
And he just said, live with me. But he wasn't paying them? Like,
He
what?
was paying them in chocolate, or you know what? Perfect analogy. Willy Wonka treats the Oompa Loompas how Apple treats the workers who make their iPhones in China.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Like you get to live here and you work and you make the product. You don't get much money, but at the end of the day, you have some place to stay, and you're providing a service.
A service that, you know what, that's a great analogy because I think Willy Wonka had, well, he's the number one candy producer in the world.
Yep.
Apple is what, the number one phone maker in the world.
Technology in general, probably.
So they pretty much, so basically, the Oompa Loompas and the people in China getting fucked right now.
And you know the Oompa Loompas didn't have no union. You think Willy Wonka would let the Oompa Loompas have a union?
But he, and then he treat them like little punks. He blowing little punk ass little whistle and shit. They come rolling out there.
And then, whenever one of the kids got fucked up at the factory, he'd be like, oh yeah, we tried that with several Oompa Loompas, and it fucked them up. Like when Violet Beauregard got turned into that blueberry, he was like, yeah, I've been trying to get that right for a long time, and the Oompa Loompas always turn into blueberries. So he'd been experimenting on the Oompa Loompas before the kids even got there.
So was he like a fucking, like he like little Frankenstein or some shit like that, man? Like yo, dude.
You know the Oompa Loompas didn't have a union because they would have been on strike.
Man, Willy Wonka was a dirty motherfucker, man. I mean, I hate Gene Wilder past, man, but he's a dirty ass dude.
And then he set those kids up for failure. Like, why would you have like the promise of a delicious gum and expect Violet Beauregard not to want to eat it?
But you know what though? You know what? We're gonna deal a little bit deeper in this. We're gonna deal a little bit deeper in this, y'all. We're gonna give you a few more minutes of some chocolate factory shit. Cause I just thought about something. Remember that little punk ass dude he had that was watching everybody? He was peeking around the corner and shit. And then XYZ, like, okay, and he'll
steal this recipe.
Yeah, he'll whisper in the ear or whatever. Did you know that every time a kid got fucked up, it was a weakness that they had? The fat kid with the chocolate, the one with the fucking
the gum.
The other chick
that was spoiled as fuck.
Yeah, the one that was spoiled as fuck. It was like every one of them, they failed for something they knew was gonna be their downfall. This dude was watching these motherfuckers. He knew the one that they knew who had the golden tickets. So what he told them to do, he said, watch them, see whatever they do, like at their house, attempt them, and we'll see if we can get it with it. And that's how they got him.
Which kid, in your opinion, got fucked up the worst at the chocolate factory?
Oh, the fat kid.
Augustus. Like when I'm telling you, like okay, in my house when I grew up, I was really only allowed to watch like older movies and musicals. So like this is one of the movies where like I watched a lot as a kid, and I remember like the first time I saw Willy Wonka, I was like 7, maybe 6 or 7, and 6 or 7-year-old Crystal, when she saw Augustus Glue go to the chocolate lake or chocolate fountain, I was thinking he about to fuck up. Yeah. Even like 5 or 6, I'm like something bad is about to happen to him.
And I mean, like, and the mom was like, "Oh my God,
save some for later.
Save that for later." I said, "Why are you feeding this kid like that?" But that goes back into now. That was back in 1977. Fat kid. How many fat kids are running around out here now? See what I'm saying? I mean, the comparisons.
But technically, I mean, they did the remake in 2005, and his journey was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
In both movies, but if you wanna dive down deeper, all of the kids represent one of the 7 deadly sins, which is why they failed. Like Augustus Glue was gluttony. And then Mike TV was wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And then Veruca Salt was pride or vanity or something like that. Mm-hmm. No, greed, because she always wanted what everybody else had.
Greed.
And then Violet Beauregard was pride because she had to be the best at everything, be the first to do stuff.
Okay.
And then I don't know what Charlie Bucket. Well, you know what? To be honest, Charlie was a boring ass character.
But Charlie was never meant, even in both movies, he was just a piece of the puzzle for, you know what I'm saying, for ultimately for Willy Wonka's either redemption or whatever the fuck he's trying to prove, man. I mean,
bucket for real is a bucket of like nothingness. He was so fucking boring.
I mean,
in both movies, it was like, oh.
Like you like this little punk ass kid, little golden ass hair man. So I mean, Johnny Depp did okay with the remake, but
It was obvious it was some sort of like
it was a money
Mr.
grab.
Rogers, Michael Jackson hybrid of how he chose to do his Willy Wonka. You could, it's basically being like, I'm doing a Michael Jackson impersonation, but he didn't want to say it. It's so obvious.
I
And,
mean,
and it's like, I, I went into the remake trying to give a clean slate, but it had a lot of ground to cover. Now, there are two things in the remake that I thought were better than the
okay,
original.
which were
I think I liked the Charlie in the remake. I liked better
okay,
than the original Charlie.
okay.
Simply because I think Freddie Highmore is a really great actor. He was in the movie Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp.
Was it?
Yeah, and then he's known as playing the young Norman Bates in the Bates Motel series
We're not even
on
talking.
Annie.
We ain't even talking about that crazy shit right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
So he's like a very good actor. So I think he was better. And another thing that I liked, they did a better job of showing why Willy Wonka was a recluse. Because in the first one, they just said something happened and he shut down his factory and he didn't let anybody else inside. But in the newer one, they kept showing like people stealing his recipes and like him not being able to trust anybody, and that's why he did it.
So it had more of the backstory to
A
it.
little bit more. Now that whole thing about his daddy not wanting him to be a chocolatier, and he literally moved the entire house when he left. That was some bullshit. Like they didn't need that part.
Man, but I mean, but we still lost an incredible actor, even though this was his most famous role.
He did a lot of stuff with Richard
That's
Pryor.
the Richard Pryor. So I mean, we
Stir crazy.
Stir Crazy, Silver Streak.
Mhm.
So I mean, we lost a great actor, y'all. So every time I think of Willy Wonka, I'm gonna think of Gene Wilder. So rest in peace, Gene. You will be sorely, sorely, sorely.